Hi, I'm Ryan LaPlante, and I'm one of the crazy founders of Dumb Dumbs and Dice, the podcast production company that's making the podcast you're listening to right now. Now, we're clearly busy. We're producing 5 weekly podcasts and a 6th event podcast, but we want to take this time to invite you to become a part of our company and a part of our Patreon at patreon.com/dumbdumbdice. You can get access to our Discord, access to exclusive DM and character chats. You can get the chance to name characters in our shows and vote on the way their stories will progress. You can even become a recurring NPC and hear yourself interacting with our characters each week through the voice of Tom. You can become a patron for as little as $1, and there's great value for you at even that level. So please, join the Dumb Dumbs and Dice family and help us make even more content in a way that you are guaranteed to love. That's patreon.com/dumbdumbdice. DUMBDICE. So let's do something dumb together, and thanks for listening.
I am Executron, god of merchandising, and I came into existence because Dumb Dumbs and Dice has its own merchandise. That's a god pun. Get it? Dice? Merchandise? Anyways, you can get t-shirts, hoodies, spiral notebooks, clocks, wall art, throw pillows, bags, and even stickers emblazoned with your favorite Dumb Dumbs and Dice characters and their catchphrases. There are plenty of different designs available, so there is guaranteed to be something you love. To show your love of Dumb Dumbs and Dice, go to redbubble.com/people/dumbdumbdice. That's DUMBDICE. One more time for the mortals in the back, redbubble.com/people/dumbdumbdice. Get your merchandise today. All art supplied by the brilliant Decapitated Markers.
Welcome back to Dumb, Scum, and Villainy, a Dumb Dumbs and Dice podcast where professional voiceover artists and improvisers explore the underworld of this Star Wars Edge of the Empire role-playing game. I'm your host, Blotto the Toydarian. This series features our Game Master Tom McGee, Ryan LaPlante as Abraxes Brash Korr, Tyler Hewitt as Vic Denbar, Guy Bradford as N-Gage 311, and Adam McNamara as the forgetful psychopath Wakka Wakka Fonzie. The gang killed Long John Girthy and are on their way to rob a bank. N-Gage tried to get Nix killed yet again. Wakka revealed his secret bomb-related plan. Vic didn't understand what a torpedo is. And Brash is trying to keep the group focused on their ultimate goal, 50 million credits! There, you're caught up, so get out of my shop or spend money. No credits, only money.
The Dunbar cluster is a think almost a small field of asteroids surrounding kind of a few central planets, each of which has its own kind of like classic Saturn-esque ring around it. In a lot of ways, it looks like a weird cartoon galaxy from where you're coming in. Everything's very bright. The planets are, one is a brilliant blue, one is a brilliant green, one is a brilliant orange. And you can see there's a lot of traffic kind of coming in and out through the sort of asteroid field. It's a very navigatable asteroid field. They're all pretty small, like the kind of things that'll dent up. Think like a hailstorm. It'll dent up your vehicle a bit, but it's not too bad. And sure enough, you can see a large floating billboard in Star Wars speak, which is just like
Space Jam. Just
just weird,
Moron
like
Mountain billboard in space.
Just weird triangles and lines. That says very happily announces that there is an ATMM on the local planet nearby, which is where's the name I wrote down here? We will say it is called Kayla 3. So Kayla 3 has an ATMM as well as sort of a variety of other sundries. It basically seems like it's a small planet, and it basically seems like it's essentially a truck stop.
Well, here we are. Old N-Gage didn't lie to any of you.
That's a weird thing to say. How much time do you need for this to work, N-Gage?
Oh, gosh.
Do we just drive in? Do we shoot the place up? What's the answer?
No, we drive in. This is just, we want to keep this small scale. You don't want to piss off space truckers because they all got a shotgun underneath their little,
Hats, I know, yeah.
That's what I was going to say, underneath their hats.
All right, well, we're here. Just park the ship.
All right, so you take the ship down kind of into orbit. You kind of get battered a little bit by the clusters. You come in, but then you come down through the atmosphere, and it's a very sort of, for lack of a better term, like think like a Rick and Morty color palette. Like everything is just very bright and colorful, and there's kind of like quirky like creatures kind of running around. And sure enough, as you kind of pull down into the spaceport, there were a bunch of space trucks, a bunch of like space minivans, and just sort of like mid-sized vehicles for space travel that have clearly stopped here to fuel up or to grab things. Ahead of you, you can see kind of a large golden building that just has a sort of a giant bright sign that reads very clearly Rix, like RIC''S. And Vic, you're shocked to see a face very similar to yours, but with a wicked handlebar mustache, just like in neon winking.
Huh. Oh, my parents warned me about these Dunbars in this cluster. They're not to be trusted, so we should limit our contact to them. Okay, everyone? Let's just get this done and get out of here. This place gives me the creeps.
Well, knowing that you have some kind of relations with them, should we send you in first? N-Gage, what's the plan?
Oh, honestly, all I need to do is talk with, if there's a clerk in there overlooking the ATM, because sometimes they do that, just to make sure nobody's screwing around with the ATM machine. Talk with them, give them a few of the digits that I've downloaded, and then they can shoot me out some money.
So is there anything you need us to do, or should we just, wait outside?
Oh, no, it's pretty much just a one and done. I go in there, do my thing, everything's easy.
All right.
I love it. I'm not getting off the ship. I don't want to be out there.
Hey, Wakka, you want to join me?
Yeah, I'll be back up.
Okay, cool. Okay, Wakka's going to be my backup. Nothing's going to go wrong. Let's do this, pal.
Okay, no one go into the room that says it's Wakka's no lookies.
You got it, buddy.
Please and thank you.
Cool.
Ryan, I gotta ask, you gonna go into that room?
I am 100% going to go into that room.
It's that one right
Great.
down the hall there. Don't go into that
I'll
one.
wait till he leaves.
Yeah, okay, bear with me. Okay, so wicked. So N-Gage and Wakka, you kind of step off the ship. Forgive me, what the hell's the name of the ship again?
I can't.
It's the All-In, I think.
Last ditch effort? Is that it?
The down but not out.
That was it. That's the name of
Best friends forever? Was it?
it. Down but not out.
Friendship is magic. So you step off the Down But Not Out. And weirdly, this does feel a little bit like, to you, N-Gage, what you'd always kind of hoped your relationship with what's your actual name?
Oh, my real name is Serpentos Ultra Magnus
Thank you.
Fonzie.
Serpentos was what I was missing. Serpentos Ultra Magnus Fonzie. What you kind of imagined having him, and like ideally like 5 or 6 more like him that you tried and failed and killed and dismembered over the years. But this is nice. It's nice kind of having like a cool bodyguard over your shoulder. Wakka, you carrying that sick axe?
Yeah, I've kind of I had some leftover magnets, so I've kind of like arranged them on my back so I could place the axe on there.
Like Final Fantasy style, it just like sticks there?
Yeah, just giant weapon just sticking out there.
Gotcha.
And I got my fork gun, and I got my knives on me, and I'll use a point of destiny to make sure that I brought some.
Now it's mine.
I know I needed space grenades, but I managed to scrounge up like 4. So I have like 4 space grenades with me.
All right. Yes. You found a secret stash of weapons that you didn't tell anyone about.
It's not like I'm keeping a secret. I just forgot. I was
Every
like,
good
"Oh."
space doctor has 4 space grenades.
Damn it, I'm a doctor, not a bomb. But oh, actually, no, wait, I am a bombardier. Here you are. I serve multiple functions.
Yeah, we could have just sent the doctor to Agrippa.
That's so weird. I'm also a hacker. I've got all these codes to Agrippa Blue's house. Oh well. So
Oh, yeah, we still have all the hackers on board.
yep.
And the invisible dude, he's there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't
Sterling.
promise us 50 million credits. They're useless compared to N-Gage.
Yeah, you guys are building a whole story on that ship. Okay, so N-Gage, you and Wakka start making your way there. So you can see that the bank is inside Rick's, which seems to be again the truck stop. As you walk up, there's one of those shitty Star Wars holograms. That's kind of like the weird staticky blue light. That just kind of shoots up from the ground, and it's a guy who looks like a just slightly more handsome, aside from the mustache, Vic. He's like, "Hi, my name's Vic Denbar. Welcome to Rick's. What can I help you with?" And then it restarts. He's like, "Hi, welcome to Vic Denbar's. What can I help you with?"
Yeah, I have a registered account with your bank. I'm far away from the main headquarters where I usually withdraw my funds. It's an excessive amount, so it usually seems a little weird if I were to withdraw this from here. But you know what? I'm out too far right now, so I was wondering if I were to give you my credential pass, if you would be able to, help me print out some of those credits from the machine there.
Bank? We have a bank. Just walk down 3 doors that way and hang a left.
Fucking didn't listen to anything I said.
Hi. I'm Vic Denbar. Welcome to Rick's.
Wakka?
What can I help you with?
I stomp on the projection part and just crush it.
Hi.
You hear just a very muffled, yeah, from the cockpit. You can see me at the window being like, yeah, guys, do it. Just pumping my fists.
Wicked. So, following the hologram's instructions, you enter this large facility. Think one of those weird tourist trap mini malls. It's halfway between an en route style. There's restaurants. There's obviously a cantina because why not? But there's also weird I shopped at Rick's shop where it's just did you forget to buy your kids souvenirs? Here's something.
Could I also interject? So N-Gage, I noticed though at the corner of my eye, there's also this giant see-through globe full of all kinds of cash used for donation. It's like a March of Dimes thing. And I'm just keeping that squared away in my memory banks for now.
Okay, yeah, it says help the war orphans.
There you go. Oh yeah.
And it's got a spinning Imperial logo.
It's like Palpatine's tots.
Sheaves Keeves. The Palpatots is pretty good. It's just a picture of the grim emperor in his robes being like,
And 4 kids just crying on the ground. They're not even picked up.
He's holding one of the babies by the legs.
Oh no, he's just got his
Scruff
hand
of
up
the
and
neck.
it's just floating in the force grip.
Help them unlock their destiny. Help them before it's too late. You want this, don't you? A donation to make you feel better.
yeah, so you walk past that, and then you find yourself at the bank. So the bank is just a giant gold storefront. Just covered. The windows are covered in mirrors. Wakka, you notice the gold star on your helmet, which because of your battle hardened reflexes, normally anything out of sorts with your armor, but it's pretty good.
I kind of rub it and make a pleased sound.
Yeah, you enter and you can see it's a very busy sort of standard Earth Bank branch. So it's people in line waiting to cash space checks. There's people talking about their space mortgage, and just all variety of aliens. Think as diverse as the cantina scene, but if everyone was dressed real nice in kind of touristy clothes. And there's 3 Ewoks and one of them's crying, the kid's crying because obviously she doesn't want to be here. And the mama Ewok is yum, and the kid just keeps screaming. There's a slug person who's just kind of making their way around. Fresh pot of coffee brewing. I believe they call it stim in this universe. So yeah, there's fresh fucking bowl of stim just kicking around over there.
A bowl. That's the weirdest shit I ever heard.
I can't remember
Calf?
what they call it.
Was it calf? It might have been calf. Stim calf, maybe?
I'm going to say that's the brand in the Dunbar sector.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's stim calf, but like Irish stim calf. So it's got like just a little bit of a little spring in your step.
I don't know what happens if you put that in your engine, N-Gage, but I'm sure we can find out.
Oh, I'm going to be doing it.
I go towards it and I start chugging it.
I mean, it's damn good. This Rick really does a really good job. There's a little like cutout of him next to the coffee machine that's just like Rick's finest.
I was going to say, do you take your helmet off, or how do you get it inside your helmet?
Flash it onto your helmet.
This is the way.
I kind of just kind of toss the cup a bit, so it kind of
Slosh
splashes
it
up.
up under your chin?
Yeah, so as it I toss the hot coffee up, and then I just and I just kind of grab it like that.
It's amazing you don't choke.
No, lots of practice.
He braces.
Yeah, I brace, toss the coffee, and then I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because when you were first training in 0G, they told you that was the only way you could eat and drink in space.
Yeah. Cut back to my training. If you need to drink coffee in space, make sure you toss and then inhale.
This is what they say. You toss it in your face.
Now don't forget your turtling training we did earlier.
Everybody brace. First thing you should think at all times is, can I brace here?
Brace, sir, brace! Turns out Colonel Brace was not teaching standard
Colonel Brace,
regulation.
who turned out to just be a janitor who liked yelling.
We are a droid army. Why are you listening to Colonel Brace?
Hey, I'm a graduate of Palpatots. It's not my fault.
I mean, back in my day, it was Falorum's tots. Star Wars.
Hello, everyone. This is Tyler Hewitt, just coming at you with a little special offer for you. You know, if you're a fan of what we're doing here on the show, then we have, to borrow a phrase from Jerry Holkins, a patron-oriented experience tailored just for you. If you go to
Patreon.com/dumdumdice.
you can sign up and get a bunch of special features that we're not really going to make available to anyone else, so do that now. Well, not right now, but, you know.
Right, so you approach the counter, N-Gage, and behind the counter is a Rhodian, so think like Greedo, and she smiles and kind of goes to adjust a voice coder, and then she sees that you're a robot and goes, Oh, a robot. Oh, this is so lovely. It's so nice to be able to speak Rhodian.
Oh, great. Well, then this will be very easy. Anyways, I was wondering if I could get some help with my account here. See, I was talking to the hologram. That didn't help very much.
Oh, were you talking to one of the Rickograms?
Oh, you better know it.
Oh, I hate those things.
Anywho, I was wondering, I have an account here, and I just need to withdraw some funds. It is a little excessive, but if you could help me out.
Oh, sure. What's your name, sir?
Great. Hold on. Let me just download that now. My name is...
You are William J. Lepetomane.
I'm William J. Lepetomane?
Oh, Mr. Lepetomane.
Yes.
You're one of our favorite customers.
Aha!
It was a trap guy. Tom had you a bogus name.
Correction. Patreon fed you a bogus name. So, Mr. Lepetomane, what would you like to withdraw today, or would you like to deposit? I understand you've made a number of very sizable deposits to the Palpatots.
Well, you know what? I think... Yes, I have. I think I'm going to be withdrawing all today. I just don't feel safe at this bank, you know?
Well, sir, I understand because you've clearly sent a droid in your stead. But you will, of course, have to enter your biometrics if we're going to release this money to you.
By a what?
Well, I mean, sir, as a flesh and blood human, controlling a robot from distance, as I assume you must be in this particular instance, as it says on your file, that you are a 72-year-old man.
Yep.
So, can I please have your biometrics?
Sure thing. Wakka, provide my biometrics.
I found like a little you know those little horse rides that they have that the kids can go on?
100% do, yes.
I was trying to shake coins out of it so I can ride it, so I wasn't listening. Like, what?
And as you do, you hear a ding in your helmet, and the nanny cam that may have just been Kano's faceplate hidden in the top corner of the hallway shows Brash opening the door to your room.
Uh-oh. Hey, N-Gage?
What are you doing?
I need to step out for a second.
No.
Do you need me to?
No.
Wait. Okay. Look, I'll cause a diversion, then I'll leave. Then I throw all 4 of my space grenades at the bank tellers, and then I was like, okay, bye, and then I run back to the ship.
Okay, so we cut back to the ship. Brash, you've just entered into Wakka's do not enter room. You see what's left of Kano spread out across a clear, like very, very sleek, like we're talking like Star Trek level medical bay. Small, but like very efficient. The RoboDoc says, "Oh, hello, welcome. Have you also come for tanning?"
Okay, I'm going to rack my brain having seen this train wreck, but knowing Wakka probably has some way to know that I got into this room. I know the layout of the ship because I've looked at all the schematics. Is there another room that would make a better tannery?
Yeah, totally. You can like boot some of the hackers out. Some of them have like made a cool ping pong lounge because now they're basically just starting a startup in the bowels of the ship.
Great. I want to go on like general comms and be like, hey, everyone, right now we don't have a medical facility, so if any of you are injured, you're going to die. However, if everyone will help me for the next, 4 minutes, and we can shift all this stuff to a different room really fast, then no one dies. Come here right now. It's just like bing, bing. It's like turn it off like the end of a TTC announcement.
Vic, do you help?
No, I feel fine. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm in the cockpit just from like it's the safety of the ship, but I do have like the windows and like vid screens to like see what this Dunbar system is all about, specifically Rick's.
So handsome Rick Dunbar is seems to be sort of like a Buffalo, New York local used car salesman in that you just get constant ads just interfering with the vid screens of him trying to sell various products. It seems like the Dunbar family are very, very industrious. And Rick, or Handsome Rick Dunbar, as he calls himself, is very seems very proud of the various. It's almost like a Vince from Slap Chop or a Billy Mays. Like each product is the best product he's ever had. But all of that you could probably let go until a screen pops up of just like a really intense, dark lit room, and looking up over some space poker cards is Rick Dunbar, and in like a weird cross between like a late night sex phone ad and like a Poker Stars ad, he's like, "Hey, it's me, Handsome Rick Dunbar. Now I know what you're thinking. It's very hard to win at space poker. Well, I tell you, I've won some great games, like the one I recently won at the Pleasure Tumor. And I gotta tell you, I've got all the tips you would possibly need here at Rick Dunbar's Guide to Being the Best Possible Gambler. Because after all, they don't call me Renegade for nothing."
Renegade. Pleasure tumor. Hey, and I'll like much too slowly put it together. Storm into my room, put on my my heist gambling zoot suit that I had from before. Oh yeah, and just shout to anyone who can hear, just like, "I'm going out," and I stomp out.
Wicked. So Wakka, you come rushing past Vic, who's dressed in like a real fancy zoot suit, and you kind of like rush up the entry ramp. As you start to come towards the ramp, though, you do see there does seem to be a space trucker staring directly at you. Seems to be reaching under his hat and looking kind of concerned.
Because 4 grenades have just gone off at the bank.
This is correct. Yes, I've not forgotten about the grenades.
They've
No, but
detonated.
Adam may have.
You don't really know. There's some alarms and screaming, but honestly, that could be anything.
I think my priority is to make sure that my Kano bot is okay.
I understand.
So I kind of keep an eye on him, but I keep running into the ship.
All right, so you book it into the ship, and here's my big question to you, Ryan. Are you attempting to repaint the door of this new room so that he'll think the new room was his room all along? Or are you going to just tell him to go to the other room?
I definitely need to fool him. I'm going to try to repaint.
All right,
the
go
door
ahead and roll
on
me a
the new
deception
room.
check, please.
All righty.
Skullduggery would be fine.
No, I'll take deception. That's better for me.
I'll take the better roll.
Well, actually, I think they're identical. So
Wakka, what is your This is a dangerous question. What's your intellect?
Ooh, 2.
All right, so that's going to be a 2 purple.
He's smarter than you'd think.
Smarter than the average brainwashed, not Mandalorian murder man.
Yeah. The classic phrase.
That is 1 success.
All right. So you managed to scrawl in a very much like dead inside, do not open way, in blood on the door. Here's the catch. Can you remember what it says?
It's something about no looksies. Like, yeah, it's Wakka's secret room.
Yeah,
no
sure. Okay,
looksies.
great.
Yeah, something like that.
I was hoping you'd fuck it up tremendously badly so he could be like, that's not what it says. So Wakka, you come storming up and you rush the tannery, but it's weird. All you can find is like this weird room with like a robot in it. And then you like you're looking around. You see some hackers like dragging ping pong tables to like a new alcove somewhere, and then you see your room. And to your surprise, the door's actually closed, and there's no Brash inside.
So I kind of go in, and there's still the robot droid there.
The robot droid is in the medical bay, but you no longer view that as your room.
So I'm in the new room.
You're in the new room. Yeah.
You're in a bigger, nicer tannery.
Oh, okay. So I kind of like I walk in, and I was just like I kind of look around. And I'm like, And so I look at the door, and I'm like, and I see it's like Waxy's secret room, no looksies, and I was like, well, that makes sense. And so that I walk back to the bank.
As he goes back to the bank, you just see me behind him helping Nix into the medical bay.
So, Vic, you and Wakka show up at roughly the same time, and the bank is in flames. And there's security people running around, and you can see staff kind of yelling. And there's a Rhodian woman who's kind of like very badly burned. Who's they've got her on a stretcher, but like clearly she's fading fast. And she looks up at you and she says, Mr. Dunbar, Rick, is that you?
No, absolutely not. My name is Vic Denbar, and I'm here to claim what's mine for my family.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then she just like grabs you by the zoot suit. She pulls you in real close. She's like, you gotta help him. They took him. They took Mr. William J. LaPlante, Maine, and his 50,100,000 also stolen credits. Save him. And then she kisses you and dies.
What? 50 million. Someone was talking about 50 million. All right, we need that. And I'll be like, next time, Rick Dunbar, and I'm going to walk into the flaming branch, the flaming bank.
Wakka, you enter soon thereafter, and you hear just enough of this to know that N-Gage has been taken. But luckily, you see some kind of like security equipment set up, and I think you're able to just patch in through your helmet cam.
Oh, sweet.
You see the grenades go off. You see just a bunch of people die. You see the Ewok child escape unharmed. But more importantly, you see N-Gage crawl kind of like up and over the counter and just kind of like jam his hand into one of the ports. And he's clearly downloading the money. But then to your surprise, you see just an incredibly handsome man come in and slam a restraining bolt on him. And just kind of like pose for seemingly no one, be like, ha, another win for Renegade. And then drag N-Gage away.
Hey, your alter ego was in there, and he has N-Gage.
What the hell's an alter ego?
It was when you were pretending to be Renegade. He was in there.
Wait.
So bring him back.
Rick. And I'll run into the burning building.
This episode of Dumb, Scum, and Villainy features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Adam McNamara at Adam McNamara 13 on Twitter, Guy Bradford at Guy Bradford on Twitter, and our fantastic Game Master Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode was edited by Ryan LaPlante, and all of Dum Dums and Dice's art is by Decapitated Markers at Decapitated Marker on Twitter. That's MRKR. Our theme song is In Orbit by Chronox, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Now get out of my shop. I'm a Toydarian. Your Jedi mind tricks do not work on me. Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christian Menicola, Long, the Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, DM Rob, Christopher Little, Joshua White, Olin Anderson, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.